Who the hell hides a bunch of treasure in a swamp? I mean, clearly this freaking ridiculous woman who just thinks she can just have a whole crazy cult in a swamp that can help her steal shit or take... I don't know. Truth be told, I don't know what's going on with this woman, but all I know is I don't want any part in it. Can I start that over? I was running backwards on that. Threw me off entirely. Man, Master Thief doesn't even know how to go up a frickin'... Yeah, doesn't even know how to go up a frickin' spiral. Oh, that's why. Candles. Damn it, MJ. Do you not know how to read things? Do you not know how to analyze the frickin' room you're in? Remember, you don't have to take any you don't have to take any side routes. Just go straight forward. That's all that matters. Just take the main route, slap everything out of your way, you're fine. Oh, shit. Man, I lost track where I was. Because I was supposed to go this way. God damn it! MJ, why don't you ever look where you're going? Because I don't have good eyes. Oh my god, damn you. Oh, wow. Nice leap in logic there. Oh, shit. Ah! You know what? I'll take that. Let's just time warp me complete this so I can save myself some much not needed agony. Anyway, welcome back everybody to more Let's Play Sly Cooper the Thievius Raccoonus. Still more bonus episodes, obviously, because main games have been done for a while. Anyway, this is your host, the MJ4106. And the Master Thief sprints continue as we, sprint our way through, all this that's left. Which, yep, it's gonna be a long, painful ride if I do not get my shit together and start learning how to dodge these guys and get rid of other obstacles in my way, because I will die very frequently if I don't get my shit together. Sadly, it's what I expect at this point, to not have my shit together. Come on, get out of my way. I'm not trying to fall in there, asshole. You almost threw me off before. I'm not letting you do it again, Rick. Ugh. Make me have to time everything absolutely perfectly. It's such a pain in the ass. Now get out of my way. I'm not dealing with you today. I do not want to deal with you tomorrow either. I don't ever want to deal with you. Leave me alone, mosquitoes. You really are the worst. If you try to tell me mosquitoes are not the worst kind of animal, you need to tell me what is. Mosquitoes are the biggest friggin' killers of humanity on this planet because of their disease-ridden, friggin' blood-sucking ways. Like, they are the worst. They're basically a vampire bug if you think about it. Well, they don't turn into a mosquito, but that's beside the point. Oh, imagine how much worse it would be if you didn't turn into a mosquito from friggin' having your blood sucked by one. Oh my god. That would make it even more terrifying. Keep going, damn it! Keep going! I'm so glad it didn't really delay me on that, because I'm being chased by a fucking snake. Go, damn it! Go, go, go! You don't have a lot of time! Hurry up and move it, damn it! Move it! Yes! Made it. Woo! There are snakes. Yeah, snakes aren't really that bad. They're not a lot of them are really that poisonous. Some of them just like to bite. They're kind of mean, but otherwise, you know, they're not that big a deal, man. Freaking snakes. You can grab them and throw around and stuff. Like, seriously, they're not that freaking dangerous. Really stop and think about it. They're really not that bad at all. Now, what's our next destination? Let's see. I just did the Lair of the Beast. A grave undertaking. Oh, boy. I don't think I like this one very much, if I remember. And I'm trying to remember the levels, because I don't remember them all off the top of my head. Oh, right. These fucking things. Right. Alright, then. Let's go over another one. Oh, God. It's very hard for me to move through, huh? Well, I'm dead. I died in slow motion. That's even worse. God damn it, I hate this enemy. I really do. Sounds like he keeps taking my lives from me. I'm only playing on that because of Master Thief Sprint. Oh, they give me a horseshoe at the start of this. Just so I can get hit by that fucking thing at the start. Whatever. Merry Christmas, by the way. I nearly forgot this is a Christmas episode. Alright, you know what, let's keep going a little bit longer. I was very disappointed I got crushed by that a second time. MJ, you have to learn to block. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better. Here's a better idea. Kill the enemy and then go for that. Are you serious? Let's do it this way. Save me a little bit of extra time. Oh. I should have figured. They actually punish you if you try to do too much ahead of time. Ha-ha. Should have seen that coming. You try to go a little too far ahead of the level, they do actually not let you get the frickin' hourglass after that. I should be surprised. It'll be too much of a frickin' gimp if you could do that. Just make it so you... Ow. Come on, give me my horseshoe! Okay, MJ, can you seriously start trying? I'm sorry. But yep, hope you all are enjoying your holidays. Merry Christmas and whatever else you guys celebrate. I always say Christmas because that's what I celebrate, me and my family. Still enjoying my meals like I always have. Now, do not walk into that. That was your problem. You keep walking into that enemy. There you go. Now you're good. Oh! I see. Looks like it was going to run away after a while. So that's what it is. After a certain amount of time, it does actually disappear. Damn it. Well, that's good to know. Alright, so I just have to blast my way through some of this. Move, asshole! I don't have time to deal with you today. I'm not putting up with this. And you know I don't want to put up with you, asshole. Move, damn it! Let me move! All I want to do is get across. That's all I want to do. God damn it. Stop having this thing follow me. But yeah, hope you guys are all enjoying your holiday. It would have been a nice Christmas present for me to get through this game today. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to try to force myself to get through this game in such a quick amount of time. Because honestly, that could be quite a large ass. Oh my god. Get away from me! Damn it. Now I'm dead. Well, that's time we're at the end of this one, too. Do people miss Sly Cooper? You know, it feels like something I wanted to bring up since I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 2 games lately. How do you miss the older era PlayStation games? You know, look back at it. Got it! Okay. I got it now. Let's get started. You get the hell out of my way first. I'm not letting you ruin my run just because you're an asshole. Stupid frickin' tree monster thing. It's like the swamp thing, but worse. Yeah! Don't know why I feel like I have to try to do that exact timing, but whatever. But you know, I'm somebody who definitely... I think I've gone over it before. I definitely appreciate more of the older era of PlayStation. Something about the new era feels off. And you can say that with a lot of video games these days, honestly. A lot of the older gaming companies feel like they don't know how to handle modern gaming nowadays. I just don't feel like modern gaming's been handled that well overall to begin with, so... You know. You can say it's nostalgia bias for me, but honestly... Get away from me! No! No! You all back off! Back off, every last one of you. Leave it alone! Woo! Okay, we're good. Well, that certainly worked. I'm glad it did. Yeah, that's the only way this is gonna work. Son of a bitch. I was hoping you'd go a little faster, but... I should have known better. Oh yeah, I can jump off that. I forgot about that. I can actually jump off that if I so wish. But either way, I don't know. I've always been somebody who's admired the older PlayStation games because I feel like a rant I have probably a little too often on my channel. I just always felt like the newer, the newer PlayStation eras lacked a lot of heart. Like, I look at a game that has personality like this, I think to myself, there's like rarely ever any games that Sony does anymore that have personality like this. And then when you get one that has personality like Astrobot, they shit all over it. One of their games wins Game of the Year. They're like, oh no, it's not the one that should have won because it's a kid's game. And yet it has more personality than what most games, especially on Sony's end, have offered in a good while. Wonder why people like me think gaming's dying. Because people don't know a good game when they see it. They'll just crash on something that's not exactly like the niche they like, or it's not a mature game. It's like, why are children's games discounted from supposedly being really good games? Like, what? Why is that a belief you have to have? It has to be an adult's game. Like, man, that's such a dumb criteria for a game to win Game of the Year. It has to be an adult-themed game. Or it has to be an action game. It can't be a child's platformer. Like, man. Maybe I've been influenced by hearing a lot of the frickin' elitists trying, say that only certain games should be winning Game of the Year, but I don't know. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, these people really not, even want to try it? Like, man, I remember hearing Baldur's Gate 3, I didn't know much about it. I saw clips, I started to appreciate it. I never went out of my way to buy it, but, I've seen enough about it to know why people enjoy it. Does that mean I enjoy it? Not necessarily. Do I dismiss people that like it? No, that would be stupid. Why would I do that? I mean, right now I'm dismissing people for enjoying frickin' oh god. I don't know how, oh, Jesus, that was close. I mean, I know I've been dissing people for enjoying the newer Sony stuff as well. I do that too, so. Yeah, believe me. Ah! Fuck you, asshole. I'm not gonna say I'm, martyr and I stand exactly by my point. I am a hypocrite. I'm basically saying I like the older stuff a lot more. Don't know. There's something about this era of gaming to me that always had a lot of personality compared to a lot to what we have nowadays. Where I feel like so many games have the same, personality. It, really turns me off from wanting to try too many new games myself. So many of them feel the same. One of those things of, you play one, you play them all, and it's like... I hit the wrong button. I hit circle instead of triangle. Give me one more! I'm sorry. Give me one more. But, yeah. I don't know. It just to me, just feels like, all their biggest franchises feel the same. Is it just me? Am I the only person that thinks that? Maybe. Oh god, I'm dead. Alright, let's just end this. Ah! Time to time warp, because you keep fucking up the very beginning, you idiot! Stop getting caught! I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm an old school gamer, I've never really, found the appeal of some of the big franchises that Sony has now. Compared to, what they had back in the day. Come on. How big some of their franchises were. Frickin', Crash Bandicoot was basically seen as a, rival to Mario and Sonic. Oh god, I'm dead, aren't I? Or somehow I got saved by the frickin' level design. Nice. But yeah, I don't really see, they had frickin' Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, which basically is Mario rivals. They were, considered pretty big franchises for PlayStation. Done by, those developers, frickin' Naughty Dog and Insomniac, respectively. And they were part of the reason that PlayStation sold like gangbusters. They had great titles with amazing appeal that a lot of people want to play. And PlayStation 2 had Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper. They even had things like God of War. They had so much on there. And, like, they all had, like, variety to them. They all felt different in their own way that made worth playing every single one. When you get to what they have had, like, today, what do you got? We got Uncharted that's basically over. The Last of Us is basically that. And Naughty Dog just seems to be continuing the trend of doing games that just feel like movies. They're like the forefront of doing that. They're like one of the biggest, you know, developers in regards to basically doing games that feel like movies. And, you know, got a niche in it, that's what people like, so that's all they make now. While frickin' Insomniac is basically now just... They do Ratchet and Clank every once in a while, but now they just have Spider-Man games that are basically more just, you know, open-world freaking travel games. Like Horizon, also an open-world travel game, where you're just going around the world, fighting a bunch of, you know, crazy enemies and stuff. Like, I don't know. The fact that everything has to feel like it has to be so grand in scope for every single game, like, maybe it's I miss a lot of the smaller, like, I miss a lot of the, like, smaller games like this. Maybe that's what it is. Like, feel like all their games feel like they have to have, like, the same, like, scope and feel. They don't have, like, anything, like... That's what it is. It feels like their genres are, like, incredibly limited on what they do. They don't have a shooter. Their only platform comes from a Japanese developer. Everything else feels like a third-person action game. Like, every single one. The old God of War used to beat-em-up feel. Now they're just another third-person action game that tries to feel like a bit of a mix of Souls-likes along with, well, then again, a lot of them have been, you know, heavily influenced from the Batman Arkham games, and, you know, those games did do pretty freaking well in the combat. I got 4 more left. I think I'm only going to do 2 more this episode. We'll see. Alright, gotta start with the first one. Perilous Ascent. Oh, God. I feel like this is going to be one of the tougher ones. Like, maybe it's just, I just feel like there's less variety. Their games, to me, don't stand out as much now, because it feels like that Sony's been doing the same kind of game for, like, well, the better part of, like, 15 years. Their games haven't changed at all. MJ, you realize you're a Nintendo fan. You're trying to bash somebody for that? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look, man. At least Nintendo games do add, like, flavor enhancers in a way that make some of their games feel completely different from what they did before. Where, look at all the sequels that Sony games did. I'll give it another run. Spider-Man 2, Horizon Forbidden West, Last of Us 2. They all are just expansions of the same game. They play almost exactly the fucking same. Like, they play the fucking same. It's just, oh, the story has been renewed because, you know, it's a sequel. They may update some mechanics, but the overall game feel is exactly the same. Like, Uncharted went through that whole thing. Frickin', I guess, I don't know. I guess more what I'm trying to say is I don't really see, like, it feels like they keep pushing the same game and, like, nothing changes from it. Are you kidding me? I hate that fucking monkey! Alright, let me back up a bit. I keep making it sound like I have, like, a vehement hatred for Sony. Like, just them being around has ruined my life. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not the biggest fan of Sony. It's not like I'm saying they've been making bad games or anything. If anything, what's the word I want to use? Bland, that's it. Yeah. I feel like the games that Sony's been making for the past 2 generations, at least in my opinion, have been bland. Then again, that's kind of been a lot of gaming in a nutshell, where indies have really been most of the better, more inspirational games lately. But I had to think of, like, the last, like, innovational game that Sony made, in my mind. Honestly, I'd probably lean on The Last of Us. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I know it's based as an evolution of Uncharted's gameplay, but, you know, they managed to blend, like, intense action, heavy cinematics, and even survival horror into, managed to blend all three of those elements pretty freaking well. And you know, there's a big reason why that franchise in particular has managed to stand the test of time, become a big, like, multimedia success on, like, Horizon. Like, it's actually felt like it's been, you know, a really interesting game and idea. It had a good story to go along with it. The gameplay was actually good. Like, that's the last time I feel like Sony's really done something truly inspiring or innovational. It feels like modern Sony nowadays feels like they're like, yeah. I think, yeah, they're trend chasing. That's it. They're trend chasing, with some of the trends being trends that they themselves had set. Like, yeah, I mean, come on, look at Concord, for God's sake. They're basically trying to copy Overwatch, and look how badly that went for them. They actually had to cancel that shit, like, immediately. That fumbled for them so hard. They spent so much money on that, only for them to basically abandon it, because it went so poorly. It did not sell well initially at all. So they just straight up abandoned the frickin' thing. Like, yeah. That's the Sony I've been seeing that some people have finally noticed, at least with that game. Like, it feels like so many things they've done have just felt bland and uninspired. I mean, come on, look. Man, Marvel Rivals, that managed to be a fucking Overwatch clone. It managed to do it really freaking well. I mean, don't get me wrong. People know Marvel characters better, so, you know, it only makes sense that would sell well. But, you know, it shows that, you know, that company that made the game tried to take the time to actually, you know, think about, you know, what would make the game appealing and try to evolve the things to being more than, you know, another game of the genre. I can't remember the last time Sony has done a game like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, honestly, one of them lately was one that friggin' Sony fans were hating, Astrobot. I mean, to be fair, it's basically a frickin' Mario Galaxy phone. That being said, it threw a lot of different ideas on the wall and tried to experiment a lot of things, and it was fun. I wouldn't exactly call it inspirational, but, you know, it honestly, it's one of those things that felt refreshing. It may not been an innovational game from Sony, but it was honestly refreshing. To see something like that again. It's like old school Sony coming back for one game. Like, and it even, like, took a lot of time to harken nostalgia for people who love old school games. Like, it's finally something different, and that's something mainstream gamers been shitting on. Like, man, you wonder why I don't like a lot of modern Sony fans. Because they finally get a game that feels different from anything they've been playing for a while. And they're just like, no, that ain't good. That ain't good. Like, man, you guys want good games or not? You had a good game, but just because it's not like the way you play every other game, it's bad. Like, damn, dude. Like, honestly. Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Oh, wow, you know? That's sad. That worked for sidling along there really freaking well. God damn it, come on. I don't want to get hit by him, so I have to take my time. But yeah, just Sony today has felt bland. The bro just nearly kicked me off. Oh, God. Okay, you have to walk all that. Don't frickin' try to jump on it. It's not gonna work, bro. Oh, you idiot. There's no way you're making it this time. This is probably the last level I do this episode. I was running that last one for a half hour, so you know, so, yeah. I'm not really in the mood to keep going like crazy on this right now, so, yeah. Forgive me if I seem like I'm out of it after being exhausted on one level for basically half an hour. Because I was! As long as we get hit by those things, I'm fine. Ugh. Having to loosely jump around these things is a real pain in the neck. Let's see, one of these ways is the way forward, right? This way, I think? I have to make sure I remember what way I'm going. Yeah, it's kind of easy to forget. Get away from me! Yeah, I'm definitely not making it this time. No way in hell. Oh, man. But, yeah. I think it's more what it is. I feel like Sony needs to come with a higher variety of games. That's also what it is. The lack of genres, just everything feeling the same from them, doesn't really, you know, doesn't inspire me to buy a new Sony console if that means anything. Maybe not their target demographic. What do you know? They probably want as wide as demographic as possible. That's the same for anybody trying to sell a product. They want as many people as possible to want to buy the freaking thing. If I do think of the genres that Sony's been lacking in lately, like one of the ones that comes to mind for me immediately are platforms. I mean, come on, man. I love platforms. They always come to my mind. But, man, their only real platform they released recently was from their sole Japanese developer, which is now a combined studio of their other Japanese developers because those games apparently weren't selling well. Because Sony's audience apparently only likes to play one type of game. Or a couple types of games. Platformers aren't amongst them. You know, platformers have the most variety amongst the friggin' video game genres, at least in my opinion. So, you know, they can definitely do a little more with that if they try. I mean, look at the PS2 era for crying out loud. Racing games, they still have Gran Turismo, and it's still good. It's just, let's be honest, it hasn't really changed much since the first game on the PS1, so, you know, it's still just an arcade racer, pretty much. Meanwhile, Need for Speed back in the day, they tore that franchise out, they experimented with that. And one of the Microsoft studios freaking came up with Forza Horizon, which is basically an open-world racing game to differ from Forza Motorsport, their arcade racing. Like, an open-world racer is actually a pretty cool idea, you know? It's worked out. To the point that some people say it's one of the best friggin' franchises that Microsoft has under their banner. It's one of their best console exclusives. And yes, I'll make sure to phrase it that way in particular. But yeah, it's good. And not saying it isn't. Well, saying it isn't good is just wrong. It's pretty good. You know. Again, Gran Turismo is still good, but they could evolve it and try to do something more if they really wanted. At least I feel like they could. Ah, jeez. Okay, I should have this time. Fighting games, they never really had any. I don't think people really count friggin' PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, because I know I don't. And I don't think a lot of people call Smash a fighting game, even though, you know, because how big a crossover that is for just gaming as a whole, people do give Smash Bros. A pass, even though it's not truly a fighting game. But, you know, Sony doesn't really have anything like that at all under their banner at all. No fighting games. Strategy games, they've got nothing. Frickin' RPGs. They haven't had RPG. They have other companies basically third-party exclusives for RPGs. They don't have anybody making any of that on their own. Like, that's the point I'm trying to make, man. There are so many genres. They're basically trying to cover doing third-party exclusive shit. Trying to do timed exclusives or logging into the consoles. Square Enix bailed out on it because they wasn't selling as much money because it was all PS5 exclusive, also being tied off of PCs, and they were losing money doing deals with Sony. Like, that's kind of my point, man. They are just... they've been lacking in the games, in the variety of games department, if you ask me. It's been really sad for me to... Oh. I didn't realize I could reactivate all those things. Huh. Interesting. That's cool. You can actually reactivate like every single bit of dialogue in this game. And you press L1 to skip it if you've gone through the dialogue before. Oh yeah, it's Harry Palms, right. Wait, is that referring to the entrance, or is that referring to something else? Now I'm curious. Oh, it's probably something to break down here. Oh yeah, there's something over here. I don't know why I'm looking, there's no point. But yeah. Basically, that's all I have to say. That Sony needs more, a higher variety of franchises under their belt, if you ask me. Like, the lacking amount of, like, genres they've been doing has been rough, to say the least. It's something that's felt upsetting to me. You know, it's one of the things that stopped me from getting a Sony console, despite the high variety of games on there. Their exclusives just don't do it for me, because they all feel like they're only doing, like, one or two genres. It's nuts. I really wish they had more variety. That's what made the older eras feel special. They had so many different kinds of games. A lot of platformers, had some fighting games, had a lot of racing games, had RPGs. They had so many different kinds of games they don't have now. Maybe that's what I see of the lacking magic of Sony nowadays. They need variety. But who knows? They can just buy developers to get that variety for them, but it just seems like they're all going to do one or two different things, and that's about it. It's not appealing to me as a gamer who tries to play a lot of different types of games. I mean, they still have Bloodborne under them, but that was more FromSoft and just Sony owns the IP. A canned action game, but that's Souls-like genre for you. It's more FromSoft more than anybody else, but there are others. Anyway, I'm going to end the episode here, but yeah. That's all I'll say. I like older Sony because of the variety. Where newer Sony's felt like it's only done like one or two types of games, they haven't cared to do any others since. That's what we'll end it with. So, I guess the next episode will be the last. We only have 2 Master Thief sprints to do, and I don't think it's going to take too long to get through both of those. One of them's the Carmelita stage, so that one should be that bad as long as I don't fuck it up. The other one, it's the roof climbing one. That one could be a little rough with all the enemies and such, but I can figure it out. Either way, we just got 2 Master Thief sprints left, and we'll see how the unlockables we get. I guess we'll end it there. So, come back next time for what's probably going to be the last bonus episode of Sly Cooper, the Thievius Raccoonus. Play these last Master Thief sprints out and see what kind of behind-the-scenes stuff they have for this game, because remember, I did play Rocket Robot on Wheels, so I do somewhat know about these developers. So, I do like to take the time to respect the developers when I can, because, it's the heart and soul of these guys. Wanting to make these games is what made them special for all these years.